I went live a little earlier than planned because I was trying to time it. I wanted to at least give a heads up because with YouTube lately, it doesn't tell you the truth and you miss out on a lot because they're working on that platform. I understand. I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. Please go around me. I don't want to rush. I stayed out. I'm done now. I started at 4:15. I accepted my first order at 4:14. I did only GrubHub tonight. I said no to a handful of orders below. I worked until 9:45. I got really lucky. I got to use the bathroom. So I got to whittle once without stopping at home, which is a plus. Stopping at home really slows you down. And I made, hold on, what's 182 and change. And that's including a $15 cash tip that I was like, wow. And he was like, here. He goes, do you have any change? He goes, I'll take a 5. He goes, here you go. Gave me a $15 tip, cash tip. And, you know, when you receive cash, I'm just not receiving cash the way I used to. It's very rare. So to receive a $15 cash tip is pretty cool. I don't want this guy, but there's nobody on the road. Nobody needs to be right behind me. Very few people on the road. I will tell you that if it wasn't for tips, if it weren't for tips, I would have made no money because one order was $27 and change for a tip. They got a huge order from TJI Fridays. Then I received a 22 and change offer, but it was like, you know, a $15 tip. It was ridiculous. Like, very grateful. Then I received another order that came out to 26 and change. And then I had 4 orders that were 13 and change. But this is all because of tips, guys. Then I took an 8. I took 1,625. That was my last one. I went to Applebee's. It was right down the street. I took it. I guess if I really wanted to suck it up another hour or two, I think it's because it's a 3-day weekend. But I will tell you, last week was brutal. Brutal. Pointless to go out. I actually received $2 orders. And even tonight with GrubHub, I said no to a handful. They added one on. I was going to the restaurant and it was a double pickup. They added it on. They added $2. I said no. Pay someone else full price. $2. Nah. But if it weren't for the customers tipped amazing tonight. Grateful, appreciative, especially after this brutal week of delivering pointless. I mean, I just couldn't believe how bad it was. Bad. And then I did take the time to look into Facebook groups because that's something I haven't done lately. And post after post after post, DoorDash group, Uber group, GrubHub group. Why? Who's taking these $2, $3, $4 orders? Anybody else having that problem? So I'm really happy I came out tonight. I mean, to break 180 is like, I haven't done that in a long time. In 5.5 hours, that's pretty good. I just gassed up. It was right before the E, and I had a 15-cent off of each gallon on top of the savings. Excuse me, I'm so hungry. My stomach's growling. And I topped it off because I want this tank of gas to last the week, this week. So If it wasn't for customers, I wouldn't have made any money. So I told you about the prices. I mean, I can't believe I got a $27 tip. And then I can't believe I got a $15 cash tip. That's incredible. So it was a brutal week. I also want to talk about crypto, but I also want to share one story. And I think I had a good luck. I really do believe that. In the middle of delivering, I did a few deliveries, and I said, let me go back to where I want to go. I like being in the Merrick, Belmore, Wantor area. Freeport, Roosevelt, Uniondale, it's a nice square. I cut through, if you're familiar with the area, Seaman Neck Road. And on the corner, at the light, there's this deli that opened up about a year ago. It's called La Fonda Deli. It's a very family-oriented place. It's very bright and clean, beautiful. It's immaculate, and they make like old school Spanish food. And I said many times, I got to go in there. I got to go in there. It's in a mixed community, a mixed area. Freeport, I believe that's Freeport. Maybe it's Roosevelt, but right off of Main Street. And I see this guy walking up, and I was at the light, and he has a coffee cup, and he was like, I saw him, and I didn't hear him yet. He was going like this to the coffee cup. And I opened up the window and I said, what can I do for you, buddy? Give a vibe out that I am street smart. Because if you act like a wuss, a wussy, you know what I mean? There's no need to. And he says to me, can you give me money? I want to eat. And he said it. He wasn't nasty. He wasn't mean. He was a little bit older than me. You could tell he was down on his luck. He was very calm, mellow, non-threatening. So I say to him, I won't give you money. I said, and I pointed to the restaurant. I said, but I'll buy you a meal. He goes, yes. So this guy's hungry. I said, I always wanted to try it. I said, let me pull over. So he must have thought maybe I was going to drive away. There was no spots. I went down a little bit. I got out of the car, and you could tell he was like, whoa. And he walks up to me while I was walking up to the restaurant. And he goes, you must be a Christian. I said, I'm not overly religious. Sometimes you need a break. I've always wanted to try this place. I want a meal for tonight. And it's beautiful. I mean, I walked in. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to pick out. So I got exactly what he got. I walked in. While we were walking in, I said, what's your name? He was like, Ronald. I was like, hi, Ronald. My name's Michelle. We walk in. This place is really pretty. It's very bright and clean. It's beautiful. I go, you could pick out a drink. He picked out a Nestle strawberry milk, I guess, for dessert. So now I walk up. The lady gives him a mask. And it's this family there. I mean, this place does really good business. The food, the quality, I could tell already I'm going to enjoy every single bite of it. She goes, you want this one? You want this one? I guess he must do that all the time. It was like a little square thing. I said, no, I'll take the next one. She goes, you want this one, the large? I go, yes, the large. Give the guy a meal. I learned that it was the medium one. And he's looking, and you could tell he's very quiet, and he's looking like, I said, well, pick out whatever you want. That's the medium size. That's a hearty meal. No problem, Ronald. And I'm looking too. I said, this food looks incredible. I've always wanted to try this place. And I think he was just taken back. And I was like, please, just pick what you want. So we got steak, this beef that looks like it's going to shred right off. Oh my God, it looks delicious. Rice. And then I say a minute went by. And I said, I'm not rushing you, Ronald. Are you okay? She needs one more item. And he goes, I'll take the shrimp. Like I was going to tell him no or something. Maybe there's more price for that. I just figured medium dish, hearty meal. And I said, God, everything looks so good. Now she's looking at me like, I stick out a little bit, but it is a mixed community. I will go back in there because if I can already tell the food's dynamite. And I've been saying I want to go in, I want to go in. They make old school food, big pots of stew and stuff. Oh my God, I love that. Beans and rice and the stew and the beef. So I'll take what he had. She was like, what? I said, I'll take the same thing. I said, I'll take that. She goes, you want a large? I said, oh, that one's a large? That was a medium? I'll take exactly what he had, the medium. So now we walk up to the counter and he was like, I he said, not many people help people like this. I said, listen, I don't do this all the time. You were no problem. Sometimes you get a break in life. Don't worry about it. I hope you enjoy your meal. I hope you enjoy your dinner, Ronald. I said, it looks like it's going to be delicious. I needed a meal for tonight too. I was delivering. And he goes, you were working Uber Eats? And I was like, well, GrubHub. And he was like, really? Like you stopped to do that? Well, yeah, because he was a class act. He wasn't, he was so graceful and appreciative. And then he put his arms out, like, can I give you a hug? I said, of course. Gave him a hug. He said, no problem. Enjoy your meal, sir. So now he leaves and I pay. And I think the guy behind the counter was a little annoyed. Like, because he opened up the package. He was like, you're paying for this? I went, yes, there's two of them. And he has a strawberry drink here, sir. Make sure you ring it up. Now, I know I did once on about a couple of months ago, right there at the pizza place. There's a woman in Freeport. I will buy people food occasionally. I won't give you money. And I told them that too. I said, I'm nervous about giving people money because they don't really use it for what they claim they're going to use it for while we were walking in. And he was just like, wow. Like, he was appreciative. And this woman's been in Freeport for years. And I don't know if she remembers me, but the reason why I just blew her off like that, and I was on a live, and I remember I was at the pizza place, it was about 2 months ago, is because when she walked up to me last time, and she's been in town a lot of years, this lady. She comes out of nowhere. I don't know where she stays, but she has a cart, and she's a street woman. She just lives out in the street. I offered to buy her food, and she said, no, I need the money. And I said, well, I'm not giving it to you because you could be using it for drugs or something. You know, I'll go in. If you see me walking in, and it's something I only do a few times a year, it's not like I'm not being an overkill sucker. But that's why I was a little rude with her when she came to my car. I was like, this woman don't even remember who I am. I'm not giving you money. You obviously weren't hungry. When I offered to buy this man a meal, he was like, yes. I was like, this man's hungry. So when I left, I just want people to know that, I know I did that live on a live, but I'm not that cold hearted. But she's bothered me before, and I don't appreciate every time you walk by her, she puts a hand out and goes, can you give me money? No, I can't. You didn't want the food, so I'm not going to give you money. I got off track. But, you know, I got off track. It was a good one. Well, I wanted to share that story. He was so flawed that I was delivering and that I stopped. I was like, sometimes you get a break. Don't worry about it. Oh, when I was leaving, I watched him. I just sat in my car for a moment to see where he was going. And he walked down the street to a deli and he was looking for a place to sit because they have tables there. And the tables weren't out. And I know sometimes they have tables there. He wanted to sit down and enjoy that meal because I think he was flawed that he got a lot more from me because I went in and bought him a hearty plate of food. It's going to be a hearty plate of food. And he wanted to sit down and eat it civilized, and enjoy it and appreciate it. He was flawed. Okay, I told you that story. That's a good story. GrubHub didn't want to pay. Customers gave great tips. I've been watching a lot of videos. I studied a lot Friday and Saturday. I mean, notebook out, took notes, studied, because I need to really understand what I'm investing in. And it's taking a toll on me. We're about to get clarity with the Ripple and cryptocurrency and other cryptocurrencies, other alternative coins. The government's coming into play. I know I've been promoting it really large, and I've been listening to videos, and I have questioned the past few weeks, why aren't these guys talking about crypto? They keep talking about the stock market and finances, and I promote many of the channels. And in the past couple of weeks, the channels I speak about, they have been speaking about Bitcoin and slightly crypto. Well, I'm here to tell you that I've been living and breathing it for 6 months, day and night, maybe longer. And I happen to feel, this is just my opinion, that Bitcoin's going to be the gold currency of cryptocurrency. I think so. Even if you have fractional shares, because it's so much money, they're going after Tether, that they inflated Bitcoin's price and then it dropped like 10,000. And then it went back up a little bit. It's because the greedy know what they're doing. They built up all the hype. It's been around for 10 years, and people all of a sudden, it's cryptocurrency is becoming more well known and eventually will be, in my opinion, used by the masses. And I never fell for the Bitcoin thing. In the beginning, I put a couple of dollars in and I said, this isn't going to work for me. I didn't get in early enough. But some people say you should have some fractions, get as much as you can, because a lot of people that have been living and breathing Bitcoin, investing in it, feel that it's going to be the cryptocurrency gold. So I get it. Times are tough. There's a lot of uncertainty. The value of the dollar has dropped significantly, and now they're giving out more stimulus. It's only going to lose more value, and we're being forced to use the crypto. We are going to. I truly believe we're going to be able to pay for things with all the crypto, the XRP I've accumulated, the XLM, and Algorand are my three. I want to invest in other ones, and I will. But these channels, I know they're very financially educated, and they have amazing YouTube channels, and they have, hundreds of thousands of followers. They don't really know what's going on with crypto, because now they're forcing themselves to learn it because they know it's coming into play, because the government's is stepping in now. And there's no way the United States is going to let everybody else use XRP and Ripple and them not be in it. I mean, it's going to be unpreventable. I'm not, there's a word. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of regulatory clarity now. And right now, trading XRP is it's going to be halted the next 2 days, well, the next week or so, with many of the cryptocurrency exchanges. But I take that as a good sign. I let my bag sit. I didn't sell. I feel it's a scare tactic, like what they did with Bitcoin. I was like, that's breaking 40,000. Somebody's inflating that. And the people who bought real low are making a huge profit right now. And they are. And they did. And a lot of little, Joe Schmoes are getting their fractional shares as if it's really going to make a difference in their life. No, buying into something like XRP, in my opinion, so low, XLM, 7 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, 22 cents. XRP, I got them mainly for $1. And a little bit of Algorand when that was selling for 30 cents, 27 cents. That's going to give someone like me a chance to buy hundreds and thousands of them. Let it sit, let it stew. Because something's got to give. We can't turn a blind eye to the cryptocurrency world. And I really do feel we will buy homes. We will buy cars. We will go shopping. We will buy other goods using crypto. Anything I bought, it's invested. and I'm going to let it sit, and I'm going to use it for future spending. And they're going to be worth a lot more than what I bought them for. So I wanted to fill you in with that because I listened to a video channel tonight, and I'm not going to use his name because I really do like him, and I know he's very financially educated, and he has an amazing YouTube channel, and he has an amazing subscriber base. And I listened to him, and I said, I understand more than he does, and I know he's a lot smarter than me financially, with finances and investing money. And he's a real estate person. He's into the investing. Yes, he sells courses like many of them do. And I was like, he ain't getting it. He had to jump in and do some research. He had to learn. He has a lot more to learn because buying in Bitcoin isn't going to make it. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Hello, Bobby T. Cute cupcake. Hello. I'm glad I finally caught a live of yours. Oh, well, I wanted to share all that because that's a lot of information. And don't get your hopes down. It kept me motivated getting out here today. And look what the day I had. I haven't had a 5.5 hour shift like that in 6 or 7 months because it's been bad. And last week was brutal. Brutal. I mean, it was just horrible. Thanks for joining in. And thanks for the thumbs up. Any thumbs up are appreciated. So I wanted to share that with you because there's going to be a lot of stuff going down now. Now we're here. They said January 19th they're going to halt. Coinbase was going to halt trading. And so on many other ones. eToro, that's what I just heard. Kraken, and many others of the XRP. But now I'm listening to videos and people have the facts, and other parts of the world, like, all throughout the world, like Asia, just to name one, they're using XLM. I'm sorry, they're using Ripple and XRP. And other places in the world are using XLM and Stellar Lumens. So they can move money around much faster. It was Malays and when I hear it, I could say it. But the point is, even if the United States don't allow their citizens to benefit from the foresight that they had to invest into XRP, which is not Ripple, but it's the Ripple coin that can move money around really fast. The US dollar to another currency in seconds. Same thing for XLM. The rest of the world is using it. Every day I hear another area choosing to do business, making the transition of using Ripple, XLM, Stellar Lumens, other cryptocurrencies. Now, there's a company I invest in that I did a lot of research over the weekend. I invest into blockchain and other fintech companies at my Fidelity account. You can visit MyIncomeJob.com and click on the sidebar, Invest the Stock Market. And I come to learn that a company that I'm buying thousands of shares in, for the last time I looked, it was 10 cents a share. The company is selling their cryptocurrency coin on 6 cryptocurrency exchanges. And I read even more deep. The company already has a website and introducing it to people that miners can mine for that coin. I don't want to give it away because I do a lot of research, and I do charge a small fee for hours and hours of research digging in. This week I'll be buying more after what I learned this weekend. I was like, oh, so they're already building. They haven't built. And they're introducing it to people that are mining. Oh, and with the miners, with the Bitcoin, I believe most of Bitcoin miners are in China. And I heard a lot of videos say that over and over and over again. A little man in the United States with a small gig thing, I don't see you really being able to mine too much Bitcoin because China, they have like 80%. They have acres and acres of land, like farmland, of warehouses with those mining machines. You can't compete. And they're just grabbing it all. In the beginning, people were mining out of their apartments. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think that's already going away, unless you're on a much larger scale, like a business. So the company I speak about that I'll be buying more shares in, and that's just their cryptocurrency and their mining is just two businesses that this parent company is going forward with. It was such a great find, but they also have other business subsidiaries, and it's all relative. Technology, it's incredible. So if you want to learn about that, I have to update the shares. I bought more shares this week. I have to update that to the page. So I wanted to share that with you. Bobby T, thanks for joining in. I'm sorry I didn't see you at first. Arturo does it all. Do you really do it all? How many apps do you work? So I can't believe that I broke $180 in 5.5 hours. I haven't done that in at least 7 months. That's incredible. All GrubHub, but I was very picky. And it was because of customer tips, not because the company paid me for a service. Because of tips. Yeah, I'm parked next to a fence. Oh, could you see that? Yeah, the light's there. I'm not going to talk too much longer. It's already gone almost 30 minutes. Yeah, I parked in the back tonight. Um, every time I park over there, I get disconnected. 5 apps. Wow, that's really good. I listened to Pete over the weekend too, and I listened to him today. He spoke about, or maybe that was last night. There's an app that only delivers pizza, and he told the story about the pizza place. Um, I caught up with him too. There's a lot going on. There's going to be so many changes, guys, and everything's changing at such a rapid pace. You skip a couple of days, you're weeks behind. That's for sure. Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, roadside assistance, and Handy. Oh, Handy. Roadside assistance. He told me that once before. That's really good. 128 of 5 hours. That's good. Oh, let me see how many miles. That matters too. 76.4 miles. Not bad. That's not bad for that money. That's pretty good. And I shut it off and drove back to where I wanted to go because they love sending you out there. They wanted to send me to Long Beach, and it just wasn't worth the money. I'm like, you're not going to pay me at least 15 and up. She's just not worth it. And $2 per mile is a good ratio. 63 miles for me. Oh, that's great. Yeah, $2 a mile. That is pretty good. Way to go. That's not bad. Today, what's going on today? 128, you said? In 5 hours? Really isn't bad at all. Because last week was brutal. It was pathetic. I mean, bad. I'm like, thank God they're sending a little assistance. Because I've been living off, like, working part-time. This week was really part-time, and selling a little bit of stocks that I bought before, because that's what I bought it for, to make my life more easier financially. And this is what's going down right now, you know? So there's a lot, but I had a trick up my sleeve. What's your trick? Listen to Arturo Does It All. He follows a lot of the channels. What's your trick? That what's the trick up your sleeve? I don't get it. What's the trick? Had my 16-year-old do pickup and drop off. Oh, you just drove and he got in and out of the car crazy? That's pretty good. Well, keep him busy. Show him how to hustle. Show him how to hustle. You know what? No matter what he turns into, you know, be a businessman, some kind of specialty doctor, an accountant, a cook, you know, painter, construction. A little bit of financial education goes far in any industry. It's good for a backup, and teaching someone how to hustle is a good thing because people who don't know how to hustle are the ones that are really hurting right now. That is for sure. They don't know how to handle it. They can't do it. Easy parking. Yes, teaching him electrical too. Electricians are smart. You'll always have a job. You have your own business. Very good. That's great. That's an amazing trade. Smart. Oh yeah. Well, there are a lot of people that don't know any better, and they were secure. And I also watched. I wanted to do another video, but I got really into studying Graham Stephen Gardner, and I wanted to play off this part of the video he spoke about. He spoke about how he heard Costco, Target, I believe Target, and Walmart. Walmart, I know. So many thousands um, stores throughout the country. They added thousands of self checkouts. He's saying that even though the minimum wage is going up, there's going to be less people in need of services, but those people will be needed to do other jobs like stocking shelves. But then you're going to a store and you're being told by a store, yeah, you're lucky you could shop here. Now cash yourself out. Work for free. I'm very against it. And I'm starting to slowly shop online because I happen to really appreciate registers. I've been shopping at different kind of stores, like if you're familiar, like North Shore Farms is a little store I like going to. It's small and they only have registers. I went to Giuseppe's because they're very into customer service, the one I go to. Those kind of stores, more privately owned register stores. I haven't been to a Walmart ever since that episode a year ago. And I used to love Walmart. Well, the one in Jersey I loved, but not anymore. I won't give them money. You know, because they're putting one or two people to cover 12 self checkouts. You know, they're changing. They still got to be educated, smart people, register people, because they're watching over many registers. But I happen to feel cashiers should always be needed, even 100 years from now. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. Having a cashier. But, you know, technology steps in. And I think that's all eventually way past our time is great too, Graham Stephan. Yes, I know Graham Stephan. Graham Stephan. Yep, I still love Walmart. You still love Walmart? Well, that's okay. You can still love Walmart. I haven't been there since. I go 45 minutes away. My local one used to be awful. Oh, well, I'm happy you like it. If you like it, that's great. Yes, Graham Stephan, that guy, Andre Jank, Stephen Gardner. I watched a lot. I listened to a lot. Jason EIDL. Keep an eye out for the balance due of that grant money, guys. I'm crossing my fingers. I never thought I would hear the day that's they're telling us it's on its way. They're supposed to do something tonight, like open up a portal for low income areas to apply to receive the EIDL. But the people who applied for it and that are already in the queue, like I received $1,000 a long time ago. Many gig workers did. They're supposed to be sending us the balance due or an email. Do you want the balance due? Well, of course I do. So I'm keeping an eye out from the SBA, Keep an eye out. They're sending money. That's what they claim. And again, that's tax-free, that grant money. You hate self-checkouts when you have more than a handful. Well, I like express aisles. They go pretty quick. I don't know. I know technology is going to take over, but I'm also changing my ways a bit. You know, I like going into the local store with a register place and you browse a little bit and you walk up to a cashier. That's just me, but that really pissed me off when I went into that store. I mean, I was tired. I forced myself to go shopping. Shopping is a chore now. When you get busy and you have to do everything yourself, and you know you want to build a business, shopping's a chore. Now you want me to work for free and cash myself out? Oh, and scan the coupons too. I'm like, oh no, no, I can't do that. I won't do it, and I didn't. I left. I wasn't a happy camper at all. I hate self checkout. So thanks for joining in, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch up with more channels. When I worked in Trader Joe's, I would have to walk to the customer to where the item was. I would have to walk the customer to where. Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's customer service. I did that when I worked at the food store. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you're running an aisle. You're taking care of an aisle. You're the manager of an aisle, and customer service is included on the floor. You should be. I was good at that. I like doing that. Then they just wouldn't. I was too good at food service. They weren't going to move me. I had to. I wasn't going to work for me anymore. I wasn't who I was anymore. But the customer service is aces. I mean, if you know your store and you like what you do, and customers are happy, and you're running around and you're making people happy, and they're spending more money, it's a great job. And you get a good workout and good exercise. It's a great job. Make people happy, and then they want to spend more money. Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. Aisle 3. Go over there. But then you're not doing your job. But then you want to give good customer service. There's got to be a store. There should be a store that opens that customer service food, something catchy like that, so people know when they walk in they're going to receive customer service. I bet you they spend a lot more money. I bet you they would. Okay, guys, thank you. Sorry I kept this on, but I had a treatment and I have a tennis ball underneath my neck fat. I had a surgeon do work on me, and I got a really good deal. And I am creating a video about it, but it's going to take a while to upload it because it's kind of like a vlog. I showed it before, I showed it after, I spoke about it, but I have to wait till the results show before I upload the video. My hair cutting ones, I love this miscellaneous channel, and beauty regimens like that, they get so many views. People are crazy about them. I went for it. It was tough. I can't wait to see the finish. Thanks, Otero. Can't wait to see the finished result. All right, it was a real pleasure. I was like, I gotta go live because I haven't had a 5.5 hour shift breaking 180 in a really long time. I missed that. That kept you motivated at night to go out. I missed that. Guaranteed Saturday night, 6 to 12. If you really hustled and played your cards right, you broke 150. We all miss it. Of course you do. It's really changed. It's changed a lot. That's for sure. It's changed a lot. Thanks for joining in. Any thumbs up? Woo, thank you very much. I made 3,500 in 2 weeks. Holy cow. And then it died because the pandemic started. I don't think it's all the pandemic. I think a lot of it is pandemic. Well, we're watching it. It's unfolding right in front of us. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. It was a real pleasure. And I'll see you around. If you work tomorrow for the 3-day weekend, Martin Luther King Jr. I hope you earn a lot of money. You know, tonight was a real pleasant surprise. I'm very grateful. It's about time. I feel like, you know, I made a day's pay. About time. I'll see you soon. Have a good one, folks. Bye.